welcome back to Bay Sunday. Our next guest received honors as Entrepreneur of the Year in 2010. She's founder of Gracefully Global Group and a key organizer of the Silicon Valley Latino Leadership Summit. Today, she is here to talk about her first book showcasing Latino-led innovation in the green economy. Please welcome Graciela Tiscareno Sato. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Thanks for having me here today.
So we have your book here, Latinovating, Green American Jobs and the Latinos Creating Them. What inspired you to write this book?
The inspiration happened when I published an article in the fall of 2009 called Greening America, Hispanic Environmental Advocates Take the Lead. And that article published the same week as a cable news network show called Latinos in America. That was, for the most part, 4 hours of reinforcing tired stereotypes.
What are some of those stereotypes?
Well, the stereotypes that we saw in that show were about Latinos who can't speak English, who can't pass English tests to get a job, suicidal teen Latinas, all of these things that are, like I said, they're out there, but they're the tired stereotypes. So when that show came out the same week as my article showcasing innovators, highly educated entrepreneurs, movers and shakers in the green economy, I thought, something's wrong here. The mainstream media is not seeking our stories, so I got to put them out there. So I went back and re-interviewed the people in the article, and I found some other people, and I chose 10 diverse industries to represent, and that is how this book came to be.
That's great. Tell me about one of those inspiring stories that you profile in your book.
Okay. So one of the case studies is a gentleman named Humberto Rincon, who grew up as the 9th child of 9 in a migrant camp in the Imperial Valley, Southern California. And what I learned from his story and from several others, Elizabeth, is that the seeds of innovation as an adult, those seeds are planted in childhood, and lessons from childhood, lessons from the family, and in his case, creative reuse. So growing up in a migrant camp, 9 kids, the only toys he had were the toys he made. Bottle caps, sticks, string from the flower bag. And so this creativity of creating something from nothing became the seeds, really just wired his brain to think he can make something from nothing. So eventually he went to UC Davis, got his undergraduate degree in mechanical engineering and design, material science, and then he went on to Stanford to get his graduate degree in mechanical engineering design. And that's just one of the 10 stories. But that kind of continuum from childhood to innovation is an example of what's in this book.
You know, it's hard enough just to start your own business, no less a business that's green as well.
Right.
Do you talk about some of that challenge?
Well, the challenge really, what's unique about these stories is that that came from that experience in childhood. The family, the Latino culture teaches reuse, preservation, conservation. The word Latinovating is innovating from a position of inspiration from the culture, from those lessons. And so that is the catalyst, that foundation, to actually creating a green business after they got their education and their experience in different corporate industries. There was a moment when Carmen started a printing industry. Dennis started a sustainable packaging industry because he didn't believe the way the corporation was doing where he worked. So it's about that spark, that entrepreneurial spark that's very common in Latino culture, that they decided, I can do this better. I can start a green business. I can take this in a different direction.
And can you tell us quickly, who did you intend this book for? Who did you write this book for?
I wrote this book for a couple different audiences. Primarily high school, middle school students who are looking ahead saying, there's all this economic upheaval right now. Really, what should I be studying? What does the long-term view of education look like for me to give me the most possibilities for my life? And college students who are about to graduate going, what can I really do with this accounting degree? And in here I tell you the story of an accountant who's a solar developer taking schools off the electrical grid.
And you also wrote it for people in transitioning job situations.
Yes, and the third audience is career changers. People who are looking ahead thinking, okay, this economy really is for real. What can I do next?
Okay, Graciela, thank you so much for joining us. There is a copy of her book, Latinovating, right now. For more information, you can go online or go to latinovating.com. Well, that's it for Bay Sunday. Thanks for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.